And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Blockchain Talk. This is episode 90. In today's episode, we will be talking about the Ripple win. The Ripple versus SEC case. Is it a winning celebration that needs to occur since last week? I'm going to update you guys. So, since last week, news came out that the RIP versus SEC lawsuit has been settled in the sense that Judge Torres decided that Ripple isn't to be considered a security. However, there are a few subtle notes which need to be made. In this episode, I'm going to highlight, naturally, is it truly a winning celebration, yes or no? By reason, well, as of yesterday, actually, some additional news came out, and let's just dive straight on into it. Sorry for a little bit of the odd noise here. I'm just in my newly renovated chamber for my future baby. Most of the furniture has moved, so there's a little bit of an echo here, but yeah. Anywho, share screen. There we go. So, let's head on out with the news which occurred last week. Ripple crypto industry scored partial win in SEC court fight over XRP. Institutional sales of the tokens violated federal security laws, but programmatic sales did not, a court ruled. One sentence describes ruling. Ripple scored a partial victory in its fight with the US Securities and Exchange Commission in a court ruling that brought a modicum of regulatory clarity for the cryptocurrency industry. Sale of Ripple XRP tokens on exchanges and through algorithms did not constitute investment contracts. U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York ruled Thursday. The institutional sale of the tokens did violate federal security laws, the court said. Now, this is a very important distinction here. By reason that they're saying, look, the XRP tokens themselves are not securities. However, they will be considered securities when there is an institutional sale of the tokens. Meaning, XRP is indeed not to be considered a security, which is kind of obvious. When we were talking about XRP as security, most of the people were actually referring to XRP being sold as an investment opportunity in the company Ripple. That's what actually the institutional sale of the tokens, is being highlighted here. Let's continue. So XRP rallied on the news, and crypto exchange Gemini said it might now list the token, but early leads from legal experts suggest the ruling falls short of settling the question of whether and under what circumstances a digital asset meets the definition of a security under US law. So again, we see there's a little bit of gray area here, and there is a first indication that not everything is what it seems. Under Chairman Gary Gensler, the SEC has contended most of them do, and thus that they require issuers to go through a lengthy and expensive registration process before selling them to the public, and exchanges to register as broker-dealers before listing them. The industry has maintained that it is ambiguous how laws written during the analog era apply to an asset class born on the internet. So the discussion still rages on between SEC and Ripple, and mostly SEC versus the cryptocurrency market. By reason, well, it's quite recently that popped up that they said, look, everything falls back to the Howey test in order to see what a security is. And quite frankly, the Howey test is quite old. I've forgotten at what time scale it has been incepted, but rest assured it's more than 50 years old, before the advent of computers. And now, the discussion rages on if the Howey test should be applied to cryptocurrency. The SEC says yes, it can, while most in the cryptocurrency industry are saying no, we don't, or it doesn't. End of the day, actual token common law, yada yada yada. Court published the conclusions in an order partially granting a motion for summary judgment in a seminal US SEC case against the blockchain platform. The regulator in 2020 filed suit against the firm and its executive CEO, Brad Gellinghouse, and co-founder Christian Lawson, alleging failure to register XRP as security before offering around 1.3 billion worth of tokens. So here's a little tweet. Going to open up. Yeah. Those interested can read the full disclosure here. So SEC versus Ripple in brief. Ripple putting XRP on exchanges for trading and funding the operation with those sales is not an investment contract, therefore not a security. Ripple paying people in XRP is not an investment contract and therefore not a security. It is not a security in and itself, even when offered through a securities transaction. Ripple selling XRP directly pursuant to contracts was an investment contract and thus a security. Ripple had fair notice that doing this without registration was illegal, and the jury will be need to decide whether Ripple executives is embedded in this unregistered issuance. Actually, it ends with, I'd be shocked if SecGov doesn't immediately appeal this to the Second Circuit, and quite recently, today or was it yesterday, the appeal followed suit. More on the ruling, but you catch the drift here. Another article from Reuters. Not just landmark queen in SEC case over XRP cryptocurrency. Sorry for the spam here. Anyway, same thing, just another article. Let's close it down. CoinDesk. Coinbase and other crypto exchanges embrace XRP after court ruling. Actually, as soon as the court ruling was in, well, plenty of exchanges and the entire crypto market started celebrating, and on very short notice we learned that Gemini and now Coinbase and other crypto exchanges are saying, look, we are going to list XRP once again. By reason, sales through us, through the centralized exchanges, mean it's not a sale of a security, meaning they can go ahead despite the other lawsuits from the SEC against them. Can be seen as a bullish signal. However, there are a few, kinks and subtleties which need to be stamped out. Naturally, Coinbase and others are saying, yeah, we're going to relist it once again. Time is right, yada, yada, yada. However, this also occurred. Breaking Terra and Do Kwon cite XRP ruling as precedent to dismiss US SEC lawsuit. Because why not? Other cryptocurrencies who have been lawsuited by the Securities and Exchange Commission, well, are now greedily referring towards XRP and saying, yeah, look, that's the court ruling which occurred, and that also applies to us. Now, I'm going to say it's a little bit murky, and dare I even say, especially which concerns Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, a little under the belt move. By reason, XRP isn't Terra Luna or Terraform Labs. Both instances are different from one another. And I've got to admit, a fan of neither. Terraform or Terra Luna, now called Terra Luna Classic, well, if you kind of remember, in 2022 made the cryptocurrency market crash due to a depeg of their stablecoin USDT, and well, it collapsed the entire crypto market. Do Kwon now has been arrested, the SEC filed a lawsuit against them, yada yada yada. XRP now has won, and now they are referring to them to say, yeah, look, they came off scotch-free, we will be the same. Not exactly. You see, if you have been lawsuited by Securities and Exchange Commission, an entire investigation needs to occur. This is the case with all coins and tokens who have a centralized authority. And quite frankly, XRP Ripple, they are a centralized authority. Ripple Labs, Terraform Labs, those are centralized authorities making use of blockchain technology. And despite all their claims of being decentralized, they aren't. Hence, one of the reasons they have the lawsuit on their legs, by reason, well, a security can only be considered as such if there's a centralized business around the product, behind the stock even. So in a certain sense, the entire Ripple community saying, oh, look, we won from the SEC. XRP is not a security. Well, great news, but at the same time, celebrating that victory implies underlining that XRP isn't really decentralized. There's still a centralized authority going on. I'm not going to get into details how it works with Ripple. I've done it numerous times on Twitter. There exists an entire Twitter thread, of which I naturally received plenty of hate from the XRP community. But yeah, those guys tend to ignore facts as they are presented to them. But do know that projects like these are also weighing in on the celebration and try to abuse it for their own gains, despite probably being securities themselves or having, well, a plethora of other bad things going for them which need investigation. So I dare say here Do Kwon is just attention farming, really. So yeah, I'm not going to get deeper into it. However, want to get deeper into it is the explanation of the entire verdict. I made a little tweet here, put in a few bullet points. So I launched this 13th of July, so last week, about 10 days ago already. Not a piece on the XRP community, but the entire verdict is as follows, and is very important. Ripple sales of XRP do not constitute offer of investments contracts. Ripple wins verdict that XRP is not a security. Okay, that we can agree on. However, the judge also rules that institutional sales of XRP by Ripple were securities. It asked one of the things that I have been mentioning in the past, which concerns Ripple making use of XRP for funding rounds. That thing is being considered as a security, meaning Ripple Labs themselves are not out of the water. Judge says crypto tokens sold to public may not be securities, meaning everything, as we have seen in previous news articles, everything which passes through a centralized exchange is not considered security. However, sales of XRP by Ripple to institutional investors, JP Morgan, a variety of banks, that is going to be considered a security. And just let it be known that Ripple themselves, their main use case is providing services to institutional investors and institutional corporations, by which XRP is being offered. So in this case, it's not really a win that XRP is not considered security when sold to the public, but it is problematic that their use case is being considered, well, a security, by reason XRP is being used by institutional investors and firms and corporations by reason of its very own use case. So its use case is being attacked, is being put to scrutiny. And that's one of the main problems which is occurring. And it's one of the reasons why I say, hold your horses. This might not be such a winning verdict, despite what everyone else is trying to say. A little bit of extra elaboration here. The verdict is as follows. Ripple sales of XRP do not constitute offer of investment contract, that we know. Ripple wins verdict that XRP is not a security, so that already said. However, additionally, I need to highlight it here. This means that Ripple Labs can still be sued for the XRP sales they've done. And guess who the trusted custodian of XRP is? Indeed, Ripple Labs. Put it in plain English terms, XRP in itself is not a security, but the sales done by Ripple Labs are considered unregistered securities. So each time that Ripple Labs is doing a sell-off of XRP or funding rounds, that's going to be considered a security. And believe me, I believe they are on their 4th investment round. I believe on a yearly basis even, they're doing something like that. The third point only underlines that if a company sells coins tokens as an investment opportunity, like Ripple did, then that may be regarded as security, meaning it isn't a win despite what the current crypto community is celebrating right now. Like I said with the previous tweet I mentioned here, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Like I said, their main use case is being considered a security. It implies that all XRP, the people, the public are owning, okay, it's not a security, which is kind of obvious. A security is only called as that when it is being sold as an investment opportunity, as something used for an investment round. The plain transactioning of XRP, well, that's not considered a security by reason. Otherwise, the SEC would be in shallow waters. That would mean that the US dollar should be considered a security. However, this is not the case with XRP. XRP is being used for funding rounds and being used by institutional investors, well, to make use of the blockchain that XRP uses. And quite frankly, the ruling says that is security. So like I said, its main use case here is considered a security, meaning it falls under strict financial regulations. So this isn't really the win you were hoping for. Actually, there was a little bit something else here. Oh, I didn't mention that one. Was it here? Yeah, this is a bit straight from their site. So source and answer, predictability to the XRP supply. This is drawn straight from their own website, from Ripple Labs. However, I put in this little tweet. There isn't naturally during the week, people were saying, yeah, this is a big win for crypto, yada, 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 yada. And I made the little prediction, we will have to watch out here. For the plain and simple reason, there were rumors that the US government was going to do their second sell-off of the year of the Bitcoin connected towards Silk Road, as you can see here in the little tweet I quoted. And coincidentally, at around the same time, slightly before it, suddenly a judge rules that, well, it's not considered a security, and the entire market pumped. We even saw Bitcoin go towards 32K. Now it's back down to 30K. At the same time, as you can see here, 21st of July, it has been confirmed by technical analysts from CryptoQuant. The US government has sold about 8,200 Bitcoin, meaning, maybe we shouldn't be drawing those lines, but in a sense, it was kind of expected and obvious. This was a little pump to enrich themselves. And right on cue, after the Bitcoins were sold, after this very bullish news for the cryptocurrency market, and as predicted naturally by the good guy we saw early on, he said, I'm awaiting an appeal. Guess what? And do I have a date here? Whoops. Same date, after the news came out, SEC signals appeal to crypto Ripple ruling in response to Terra case, meaning there's an appeal going on. The SEC is going to appeal, and quite frankly, if you watch the dates, July 21st, same time the news came out. So really, it's just the US government playing tricks, playing the cryptocurrency market once again. Something I have predicted on Twitter, something I have been saying even in my close Telegram group ever since, well, the result of the lawsuit became known. And there are words of even a settlement going to occur. Naturally, there's an entire band of speculation now going on here. Debates of SEC appealing the latest Ripple ruling continue to dominate the market. Former SEC chief John Stark believes the regulator might lose an appeal. XRP remains lucrative altcoin for market players. Yeah, so everyone's a little bit surfing on the current win they've made. However, July 21st, that was a Friday. Coincidentally, a Friday whereby this news has been made to the public. And why do I highlight it on a Friday? Well, quite frankly, on a Friday, the leveraged TradFi markets tend to close. Sometimes early on, sometimes a little bit later, but they close on a Friday so that during the weekend, everything stays level where it concerns speculation. Meaning that these two news items, we still await their impact, which we will be seeing this Monday, this Tuesday. There's a fair chance that XRP is going to take a little nosedive here, that the entire crypto market will take a little hit when the actual big powdered heads on Wall Street and on Silicon Valley will start reacting to this news. When they start reacting to the appeal that has been made, start reacting to, well, the sold off Bitcoin, because everything here has been done a little bit on purpose. There is no coincidence where it concerns finance. Do understand that everything is connected, and what concerns money, people will go to the deep end, will go deep and will go dirty. And this is exactly what is happening. The ruling verdict here was, in all probability, programmed by reason of what you're seeing here currently on screen. They wanted to do the sell-off for Bitcoin, giving a little bit of leverage to Ripple, plus that the cryptocurrency market turned slightly bullish, meaning they could sell their Bitcoin for a more decent price, rake in the profits while dumping the market at the same time. Once the sales are off, just signaling we're going for an appeal. And then all speculation breaks loose. And actually, we do it on a Friday so that the market does not react immediately, only a few days after that most of the things slightly laying down, the dust settles, and people can say, oh yeah, you see, it was, well, Bitcoin is a shit coin, etc., etc., etc. That is the entire purpose of making these moves. So in conclusion, and this is going to be a rather short episode here, I dare say this move, this win for Ripple isn't really a win. This is just plain old market manipulation. Most eyes for crypto legislation were turned towards the Ripple lawsuit. The lawsuit still is going on. Make no mistake there. By reason, they just stated something very obvious. And that obvious being, well, a token cannot be considered a security. We know that. You can only have security where it concerns sale with a specific goal in mind. That is a security. XRP itself is not a security, neither is any other cryptocurrency to be considered a security just because you can trade it. But the moment you are selling a crypto as an investment contract, as what has occurred with Ripple, a certain amount of Ripple, that can be considered a security. And that lawsuit isn't over yet. That's even something which they have lost tremendously. Ripple Labs, still the custodian of the majority of XRP coins, still has a lawsuit to face. They still have to deal with previous sell-offs of XRP as an investment contract towards institutional investors, towards a variety of companies on which they offered their use case being XRP being used as a security. So this isn't a win for Ripple, this isn't a win for XRP, this isn't even a win for crypto. Well, perhaps, there goes my cat, sorry. This isn't even a win for the entire crypto community, perhaps partially so. The reason we now have a little bit of clarity in the sense that all crypto coins being traded through a centralized exchange, through a third-party platform, cannot be considered a security, as just a simple trade. What is considered a security is if they are being sold towards other companies as an investment contract. So the second you start a project and you sell off your cryptocurrency tokens towards a bank and say, look, by holding these tokens, you hold a part of our company or you are funding our company, that part is to be considered security. The tokens themselves, not in a long while. It is the action and the promise of doing so. And that's something which has occurred with Ripple. And on that account, I want to say it isn't a winning celebration. I'm going to end this episode because I have covered everything, gave you my own opinion and insights, and gave you a little bit of the insight on what exactly has occurred. It's a little bit of a touchy subject, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets pulled from YouTube for containing and making, well, quite valid links, as you have seen on screen, that might embarrass US government and a few other high hats. So in any case, I'm going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my content, naturally, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you want to see more of me and love the things that I do not hesitate to follow me on all social media, to reach out on social media. I also have another live stream series called Crypto Bull, whereby I analyze a variety of coins and tokens as an educational effort for you guys to learn how consensus works, how something is built, the red flags that are apparent that you need to take into account before investing in something. So it's not financial advice, it's really educational in nature. With that, thank you guys for watching and hope we'll see you next time. Bye.